Oh, hey. Just chilling at the white sand dunes. I'm trying to remember, like, you know that guy on YouTube who did the ads where it was like, just chilling in my garage with my 2 Lamborghinis and my bookcases. Trying to do that, but like, just chilling at the sand dunes with my Lamborghinis and my bookcases getting knowledge. Just killing. So, okay, we're here at the White Sand Dunes National Park in New Mexico. This was actually established in 2019. I think it's like the second newest national park. Ashlyn fact-checked me on that, but we're looking at the Playa Trail right now. We're going to be going down the Playa Trail, and then there's the Dune Life Trail, which is just over here on across the street. Very short. This is like 0.6 miles. That's like literally a mile across the street. And then we're going to the actual Flat Trail, which is a 5-mile loop. Pretty much a majority of all the trails that this place has to offer. So very cool. White sands in the background, having a good time. Let's go. Let's check it out. Come on. I'm walking away. Can you get the camera? Get the. So while we're walking down the Playa Trail, fun facts about this place. The crystals that actually make up the sand here apparently do not absorb the sun's heat very well. So even in the like 110 degree weather that this desert can be, the sand apparently still stays cold to the touch the entire time, which is kind of cool. But as you can tell, with me wearing a beanie, Ashlyn wearing a beanie, and these cold weather clothes, it's kind of cold. This is actually January 1st, like a New Year's trip. Tomorrow we're going to Guadalupe Mountains, hopefully, so keep an eye on that. But yeah, we're going to keep checking out this trail and see what's up. Who would have thought all this sand would be here?
It's kind of sandy.
Pretty white. You know, these shots are cool every now and then, but no one ever thinks about walking back to the camera. Painful. So this is already the end of the Playa Trail. Like I said, it's like 0.5, 0.6 miles. You mainly see this area right here. Right there, apparently you can find prehistoric footprints of mammoths, dire wolves, mountain lions. Well, I think the North American lion specifically, but pretty cool. It's very, very nice out here, but we're gonna go ahead, go across the street and start that other trail. This is very quick. Let's go. Let's see what else this park has to offer. Nice little parking lot just right across the street. Dune Life Nature Trail. Says there's like 2 big inclines. Our first taste of actually walking the dunes out here. Let's go. Let's go check it out. Look at these dunes. Gorgeous. You just need to follow the trail markers is all. Let's test out how cold the sand is, huh? It really is like beach sand. What type of crystal is this? Do you remember?
Gypsum.
Gypsum? Gypsum crystal sand. It is cold to the touch, but it's obviously kind of a cold day. I mean, for us right now, it's like in the 40s. We probably already have too much on, so. And all we see is sand for miles, as you can see. It's peaceful, quiet, barely any wind. Let's keep following those markers down there. Still on the trail. Very, very pretty. The sand is so much more compact than the great sand dunes that we did, which we have a video on if you want to check those out. This park is much different, very pretty. We did meet a very nice hiker. His name was Richard. Gave us a lot of pointers. Also had a camera with him, a little Nikon. It's very cool. Very good conversation. Pretty much just talked about how great this park is. He was a local. Good man. Richard, if you see this, good talk, man. But onwards to finishing this Dune Life Trail, and then we'll be going to the Alkali Flat Trail. That's what it's called. Almost forgot. And just like that, we're back at the beginning of the Dune Life Trail. So very cute, very easy. The elevation gains are nothing, especially compared to other parks. But now we're gonna go do the main attraction, which is the Alkali Flat Trail. This one's like 5-6 miles, I think. I should track it, so hopefully I know. And we're just gonna see how it goes. A lot of people, even on this trail, stopping us, asking if we were gonna go do it, was saying how pretty it was and how it's the best thing out there. So let's go see. Okay, just parked. We are currently at the Alkali Flat Trail. It starts right here. It's like 4.5 to 5 miles. It says it's going to take 3 hours. We will see. So you can see the red pole right there. You have the option to go clockwise or counterclockwise, which is just over this ridge up here. Hey, Ashlyn. We read online that going counterclockwise, you knock out the harder dunes faster, so you get through the elevation quicker. We're going to go ahead and do that. Hopefully we didn't get lied to and make it harder on ourselves, but we're going counterclockwise. So as we're walking through these dunes, I thought I would go ahead and point out that the entirety of this Alkali Flat Trail is actually on a missile range. I think for the Holloman Air Force Base that's close by. Sometimes this trail actually closes when they're doing missile tests. Pretty interesting. Not closed today, thankfully, but they do warn you to not touch any strange objects. Little freaky, but it's cool that this is actually a missile range. You can just see how vast this place is. It's very pretty, otherworldly. Apparently they filmed scenes from Jarhead here. Oh, and Transformers, right? Michael Bay's Transformers, the desert scenes. Oh, they filmed that here apparently. Badass. Anyways, let's keep going. You know, homie's got to get that shot, but I always got to walk back. So we're only maybe like half a mile, 0.75 into the hike right now. But I wanted to talk about this actual trail from what we were able to learn through the pamphlets and online, is that it's actually gypsum crystals that were in a ancient like seabed, from my understanding, that was taken up with the mountains that were formed in this area. They were captured inside of glaciers for thousands of years until the glaciers melted and brought all this crystal down into this basin. The wind ended up kicking it into dunes, which is kind of cool, which is like the whole thing about this place. Supposedly it's only been here for about 10,000-ish years. Relatively new geographic feature. Uh-oh, look at this incline. I don't know if the camera captures it well, especially with my ultra wide, but let's do this incline and hopefully I didn't butcher any of those fun facts. Just went up another kind of intense incline, maybe like 40, 50 feet alone. It's a lot of rolling hills, to no one's surprise, dunes, right? But another fun fact about this place, I don't know exactly where, but somewhere in this sand basin is where they did the Trinity test, which is pretty cool. Have to look up exactly where, but it is incredibly quiet out here, peaceful. Just following the red markers. Everyone's been very nice we talked to. You having fun?
Yeah.
Yeah. 1 out of 10 so far of difficulty?
6.
6, okay.
6, 7.
Oh, wait a damn minute. Do you see this? Hold on. Someone's out here barefoot. Maybe it's Bigfoot. Maybe it's Man Bear Pig. No? Okay, maybe it's just a man. Who is out here barefoot in the sand dunes? Maybe I should try. No, I won't. So far, I'm having an absolute great time here at the sand dunes. Ashlyn's preparing to climb that big hill. I put her out there for perspective, just for y'all, to be able to see just how truly the incline is. A lot of people have been walking on these, so you just kind of follow the footsteps. The sand's really compact. Look at her go. She doesn't know I'm going to pick up the camera and go home. Hey, you're doing a good job. Oh, don't. Yeah, don't. Okay, I made her lose focus. My turn. Well, we're officially at the halfway point, it seems like. Just 2 miles in, we've been taking our time, only an hour in. Behind us is the actual missile range, though. Very cool, completely flat, chilling on this rock. Good place to have a lunch if we needed to, but we're going to keep trucking. Probably only about an hour left, to be honest. We're shooting around 2 hours, 2.5 hours to finish this up, so let's go. All right, the official turnaround point to the missile firing range. Completely flat, massive. So quiet out here, it's beautiful. But we're gonna start heading back. So a little check-in here. We were walking. We saw a red stick really far away. Wasn't quite sure if that's where we were supposed to go. We ended up taking like a little bit of a right turn, and then it was clear that we needed to continue going straight, although we couldn't quite tell if it was too far, and it was like a second post and we were looking for a closer one. But All Trails wanted us to go down this ravine from the height of one sand dune all the way down to that red pole over there. Obviously, we're not going to do that. It's very easy to just walk the very ridge of the dune on the right side just to stay the same elevation. Might be a little bit more walking, but not having to climb up a sand dune is obviously a huge plus. So we are still trekking back, a little more than a mile to go. Pretty easy. Just enjoying our time, man. I've really liked it out here. It's been very good so far. Yeah, but this is pretty much a majority of what the park has to offer outside of sand sledding and ATVs and things like that. But hiking, there's one more like backpacking hiking trail that we're not doing today. It's super short though. You really just go out there to a flat area where I think you just camp. I hope you guys are enjoying the video. Keep watching to the end. I'll give you the actual elevation gain and the actual length based off of my Garmin. Onward into those stats. On our last hill, I believe that's the breakoff point where we went counterclockwise. Currently sitting at 4.39 miles. Let's go down this hill. Made it back. I'm gonna take this off. All right, I'm gonna be stopping my watch. Currently at 4.68 miles. That 6.8 honestly may be due to us getting some camera shots every now and then. So very close to the 4.5 they were actually saying. Overall, with the elevation gain, I'm seeing that it was actually an increase of 529 feet and a decrease of 506 feet, around a total of 1,000 feet up and down difference, just going constantly up and down those dunes. So very much more than what they say on All Trails, which is for some reason like 29 feet or something like that. So that's very good to know, but honestly, it was a great trail. It's not that hard. You can take your time. We also did it at 2 hours and 14 minutes. It says on the sign here it would take 3 hours. I think All Trails or somewhere else I saw was posted for 4 hours. You definitely don't need 4 hours. And we were taking our sweet time. And like I said, we were messing around with my camera and everything. But that'll be the end for the White Sands. So we're going to be doing the Guadalupe Mountain Peak here, hopefully, unless the winds say otherwise. We'll be going to the Carlsbad Caverns. But Happy New Year, and I'll see you next time.